The Georgia Bulldogs have officially been crowned national champions again, so who better to report on today than defensive lineman Jalen Carter, who has the potential to be the first pick in the draft come April. Let's dive into his game here on this 2-minute drill. The appeal of Jalen Carter has to be all the traits that he has consistently shined through on tape. He has an impressive get-off to where he flies off the line of scrimmage and uses that first step to get into the backfield as a pass rusher and get to the quarterback. Then, he has natural power to offset his matchup on the line of scrimmage and penetrate the pocket or collapse onto the football in run defense. And he has an overall athletic profile that projects extremely well for his chances to thrive at the next level. Despite being listed at 300 pounds, he was used all over the line for Georgia, so even here against Mississippi State, where he's being deployed as a nose tackle, he gets over multiple gaps to reach the football and make a tackle on an outside run and stop it in the backfield for a loss. And then you have to consider all the plays for Carter where he is making an impact, but it isn't being recorded on a stat sheet or making a highlight reel. Many have concerns on Carter because of his production, and while I understand that, it's important to realize that Carter has missed time with injury, gets rotated a lot with the Georgia defense, and is game planned around when he is on the field. And yet, despite many offenses' best effort, Carter is consistently making an impact that is impossible to ignore. For concerns, I do think Carter has plenty of polish and refinement that's needed. He seems to have moments where he's making impressive athletic moves, but the technical side isn't there, and thus it results in non-factor plays or even errors. My biggest concern for Carter, though, has to be his motor. He rotates a lot for Georgia, which will happen with Kirby Smart, but it can be seen on tape at times where Carter seems to get fatigued rather quickly when he's out on the field, and rotational workload isn't what teams are wanting when they spend a top 5 pick in order to get him. For a pro comparison, Jalen Carter and Fletcher Cox of the Philadelphia Eagles are very similar as prospects. Coming out of Mississippi State, Cox had all the traits and abilities to be special as an interior defensive lineman, but it was a consensus opinion that he still needed plenty of technical refinement in order to reach his full potential. For Carter, I think he could follow a similar path and reach a similar level of success as Cox has so far in his career. Overall, I expect Jalen Carter to continue to build on his hype with dominant combine testing and be a top 5 pick come draft day. And so long as he puts in the effort to be a full-time player, I think he could be special. For the NFL, dominant interior defensive linemen don't come often. So I expect many to do what they can in order to ensure that they can select him come draft day. And that's the 2-minute drill.